Interface Video, in cooperation with Fairfield Federal, presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fair Hope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Adam H., Dagger Law, and the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities.
Hello friends, and welcome to Fairfield Today. Pleasure to have you with me today. We're at Fairfield Today, of course, and we're downtown at Fairfield Federal. It's as we begin taping today, another fabulous fall-looking day in downtown Lancaster, so we're glad you're with us. Have a good show today. The second half of the show, we'll talk about one of the awards that the Fairfield County Chamber of Commerce hands out every year, the Athena. We'll be discussing that. But the first one, we'll talk about another event that's going on, and it's hard to imagine that this has been going on for 30 years. That's pretty amazing. I'm talking about up in Thornville, the Backwoods Fest. And I think without saying any more, everybody understands what the Backwoods Fest is and how big it is. And it's a pleasure to have the founder of that on with us, Kathy Launder. Kathy, welcome.
Thank you.
30 years?
30 years.
Did you imagine, could you, and I know, I'm sure you didn't, but and I guess be careful what you wish for, because
Correct.
I'm sure this is what you envisioned and you'd hoped, but 30 years, that's pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
Good for you.
And people say, did you ever think it was going to be this big? And my husband would say, bigger.
That's an interesting approach. So he kind of had the vision. Now I know he was the one that kind of had the vision for this. He was the one. What was his vision? Why did he want to have this festival? Why did he come up with this idea?
Just he lost his job. We had this beautiful property and thought, good Lord gave it to us, and we should be able to make a living off of it. And started making crafts, wood crafts himself.
He did that?
Yes, and traveled to other shows.
Okay.
So he would always come back and say, we can do this, I can do this. We can have our own festival. Which I have to admit,
Well, there's nothing wrong with a little skepticism on this. Like, are you sure, honey? Because this is going to be a big undertaking. I'm sure you had no idea.
No.
See, and I know there are craft shows every weekend. You could go somewhere if you're
Absolutely.
a vendor.
Yeah.
Some are small. I know we used to have one down here right after the festival. I can't think what that was called, but it was just like 3 or 4 days, and it was right after the festival, and they'd block off the streets down here. It was very nice, but there are smaller ones, and then there are maybe not as large as the Backwoods Fest, but you could do this every week. So the vendors each year grown?
Each year grows. We have to turn people away.
Wow.
We have a lot of what I call professional crafters that do this for a living, that travel all the states, like you were saying, and come to
kind of like carnival people that do it for the fair. They have a place every week they go.
Yes, to
and
make
is
their
there
living.
places after yours? Because we're getting to September.
Yes,
they go
fall's
on. Huh?
the kickoff to. We are the kickoff to.
Okay, because then a lot of them could be inside. I'm sure you can do this. Some places could have an inside venue,
Absolutely.
not nearly as big as yours.
Right.
But
There's a lot of outdoor venues
sure.
too. So.
Is there any you know of as big? How many acres?
Oh, we have about 125. I don't even know.
I can't believe there could
know.
be many venues that would be as large
Right.
as yours.
A lot of parking, a lot of cars.
So social media, that's your thing? That's where you put this out?
Yes. Today's world, you have to be able to do social media.
Yeah, I've seen it on, I think it's on Facebook. I've seen it.
Facebook, Instagram. We do billboards, a few newspapers.
Probably word of mouth is as much as anything, because
Absolutely.
anybody that's been there, I'm going next year, I'll be back, or they know, it's
absolutely.
the third
Yes.
weekend in September. I think that's the dates we're talking about. What is it?
That's
September 19, 20, and 21.
That's correct.
And that's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Hours?
8 a.m. we open. That's kind of different for a show.
Do people get up at 8 a.m.?
Oh,
does
they're
that come
standing
twice
in-
a day? I didn't know that.
They're standing in line waiting to get in. We have an awesome several booths that do breakfast
I was going to
items.
say, I know you have a lot of food out there early. Beside the
Yeah.
ham and bean stuff you got going on, you got stuff that's going early, so
Yeah.
people get in there.
Omelets
They get the
and-
day going.
Yeah. We have a church service on Sunday morning, so you can come and go to church and then get breakfast and shop the rest of the day.
What could be better than that?
Yeah, and
Breakfast,
listening to-
go to church, and then shop.
That's right.
How, I guess Thornville, I think of a lot of places that would be receptive to a place as big as yours. I mean, a lot of big cities, but we're in Thornville.
We're in Thornville.
Thornville, this has to be the event for Thornville, I would believe.
I think so, the biggest probably, yeah. Perry County,
Well,
here in Perry
yeah,
County, and
yeah.
yes.
This is, I would, what's the number of people we're talking about come to that?
Oh, at least 30,000.
Yeah, yeah, and tickets are available how?
You can get them online at our webpage. $12
You use a QR
admission.
code?
I don't have a QR code.
Very good. I like that about you. I like that.
Maybe I should.
But
You
you
get
can
with
get
the
it
times.
online. You can get them online. You can
But
order them there
Yeah, or you can just get them at the gate.
at the gate.
Cash only, because we
Sure.
don't have too much.
Sure, I understand. That's a way to do it. I'm just, every year when you come in and we have this chat about this time every year, and we always talk about, and here we are at year 30, and things are still growing. I mean,
Still growing.
who would know where, you know, if there's another 30 years, and everything has a lifespan, a beginning and an end, we get that. But at 30 years, this thing is still on the upswing. That's, you know, the vision that he had, the way you folks have put this together, it's really a remarkable event.
It is. It is. We're very blessed.
Yeah, you have to be pleased. Now, what kind of, is there one craft or just any kind of craft available, you would
Oh,
say?
there's all kind of crafts.
Yeah,
From wood to metal to cutesy to paintings to photography to ironworks.
now are the crafts, are typically they would be done ahead of time because the vendor would come and
Yes,
set up.
correct.
But probably you have some that they actually may be doing that work
they'll
and you can see
demonstrate
some of
stuff.
that. Yeah.
Absolutely. The
Yeah.
broom maker making brooms. The blacksmith.
Yeah, I was going to say the
Yeah,
blacksmith. That's one that's fun to watch too.
There's several that demonstrate.
Yeah.
There's a lot of the vendors doing their painting. If they're painters, they're working on more products sitting there as they're waiting on customers.
Because after the 21st, they move on to whatever
they
the
move
next.
on to another one, yeah.
whatever the next
and they have
event
to have a
is.
lot of stock
Yeah.
for our show, yeah.
Do these people, some of them come back for the fair? Do you see them sometimes at the fair, or do they just pretty much do craft shows, or?
I can't really answer that. They're
Yeah.
mostly craft show
Yeah.
people. We try to have all the vendors, we try hard that it is handmade by them.
Oh.
We try really
Sure.
hard.
Yeah, and like you say, there's no lack of these people that do this,
No,
because
no.
I don't go to a lot of these shows, but when you go to one and they have a craft area, like say at the fairgrounds, I'll have a craft area. It's remarkable what people, the ideas they come up with,
Right,
the
yeah.
things, and I'm sure over 30 years you've seen that expand immensely to what it was 30 years ago. How many crafty people did you have, say, 30 years ago?
Oh, wow. I guess maybe 50.
Yeah.
Maybe 50.
And the number this year is?
Counting food,
Yeah.
probably almost 400.
In 30 years, that's it's just remarkable. And I'm sure you get craft people from, obviously not only Lancaster, Fairfield County, but they must come from all over.
Oh, they come from out of state. I think we have vendors from 17 different states this year.
Wow.
Driving,
Wow.
yep.
And I would say probably the people that attend this are certainly not just Fairfield
Oh, no.
or Franklin or Perry County, but they would come from certainly all over Ohio.
Yes, they do. They hours away.
Now, if this is like a family event, I'm sure
Yes.
it's just like the fair. You can come and spend some time there. But what's there for, say, the kids and other members of the family?
Of course, the bluegrass music and the musicians.
You have
all
several
around.
of those, right?
Several of them throughout the grounds.
Yeah.
We do have a little area, we have a little building if you need to change your baby's diaper. We have a couple little games up there. We have a band playing, picnic tables just to sit down and relax at, or have your food.
Well, again, it's the Backwoods Fest, and it's the third weekend in September. That's how you kind of always
the first.
always determine. And this year it's September 19, 20, and 21. And so on the 19th, 8 o'clock in the morning, you're kicking it off with some good food and some good music and ready to go.
A lot of vendors.
Backwoods Fest, Kathy Launder, one of the founders along with her husband. 30 years later, it's, again, congratulations. It's just a wonderful event to have in this, and just, it's the buzz when it starts. People really talk about it. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Backwoods Fest, September 19, 20, and 21. We'll be back in just a moment.
If you've been thinking about getting a home loan, now is the time. Hi, this is Carrie James from Fairfield Federal. Our experienced lenders are here to help you make your vision a reality. For more than 125 years, we've been helping our community achieve homeownership. Fairfield Federal has convenient online application for your home loan, home equity loan, and home equity line of credit needs. Visit fairfieldfederal.com to get started. Fairfield Federal for checking, savings, and home loans. Data charges may apply, subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 402612.
Fairfield Medical Center is more than a hospital. We're a health system that's been putting people first for more than a century. From the youngest patients to the eldest, our compassionate team of caregivers are here to support you through every season of life. We are healers, cheerleaders, patient advocates, and champions. Your health is our greatest accomplishment, and we are proud to serve you. Whatever you're searching for, you can find it at Fairfield Medical Center.
Did you know Fairfield DD provides coordination for over 1,200 people in Fairfield County? That's 1,200 unique journeys, each filled with talents, dreams, and challenges. And while no two paths are the same, one thing is true for everyone. Life is easier when you have the right support. That's why we're here. From early childhood milestones to school transitions, employment, and adulthood, Fairfield DD connects individuals and families with the resources they need every step of the way. When the right support is available, a vibrant community where people lead lives of greater independence and make meaningful contributions becomes possible. Learn more at fairfielddd.com and check us out on social media. Together, we're building a more inclusive Fairfield County.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our two locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
There is a road laid out for me.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free, take me down to the river and walk.
What makes Fairhope what it is our staff. It's always a question that we ask, why do you want to be here with us? And what they most always say is, you've touched my life this way. You know, you took care of this person, or I've seen what you've done and I want to do that. And so the staff that have been here know what it takes. They've been on the other side. They see what it takes to make someone comfortable, to make the family comfortable, and really what kind of support they need. And so I think that's what really makes Fairhope what it is.
Welcome back to Fairfield Today. I want to thank Kathy for stopping in. Backwoods Fest coming up here shortly. It's always such a fun event down there, so well attended in Thornville. 19th, 20, and 21 of September, the Backwoods Fest. Going to bring you a little more up to date, and we talked about the Backwoods Fest being 30 years, and that seems like a long time for that, and it is. But what we're going to talk about now has been going on for 39 years, so it has a lifespan of its own, and as we say, everything has an arc, but this thing just seems to be getting stronger each and every year. We're talking about the Athena Award. That's an award put out by the Lancaster Fairfield County Chamber of Commerce and the Robert McGraw family with them. And each year it's presented to the woman of Lancaster or Fairfield County who exemplifies lots of qualities and things they've done in the past year, and in some cases a lifetime of achievement, but certainly for the past year. Today we've got the recipient just last month given the award, and a representative from the McGraw family. This is our annual Athena show. We're always proud to put this on. We have Jennifer Sitterly with us. Jennifer with the 2025 award winner for the Athena. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I can tell you're still giddy about this. I mean, it's remarkable. It's congratulations, and it's so well deserved.
It's a huge honor.
Yeah, and we'll talk about what all this, everything about it. We also got John McGraw with her, representing Bob, your dad, and the McGraw family, who've been behind this for 39 years. Congratulations to you. This is our annual event here when we get to have John and the recipient on. It's always a nice show. Appreciate you all coming. 39 years ago, I know the McGraw family, your dad probably more than anyone, was behind this. What was now as I remember the story, and you've told it, it has to do with your dad and Oldsmobile.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
How did it get started?
Oldsmobile Division, a division of General Motors, was headquartered in Lansing, Michigan. The Lansing Chamber of Commerce founded this award back in 1982. They wanted to recognize women like Jennifer that are making a big impact in their communities. Well, Oldsmobile thought that was an award that should go nationwide, and they wanted to use their dealer network of over 3,000 dealers in a lot of communities across this country to get the Athena Award program up and running. My father was very happy to do this. We were one of the first Olds dealers in the country to get behind this award. We presented our first Athena Award back in 1985, and it has just grown and grown and grown, and we're recognizing special people in our community that not are just making an impact in a single year, but year in and year out over decades.
Certainly. Giving
back to their community, excelling in their profession, and then helping other women advance in the world. So we're very proud of it.
Well, Jennifer, if we say lifetime achievement, that's such a small span for you, because for John and I, that's just a very brief moment, but certainly for the last few years, it has her own law firm, the Sitterly law firm, just a couple of blocks from here, and done so much, as John indicated, the reasons that you win this award. And it certainly is, I think you've grown up in a family, a lifetime. You understand service to the community, things to give back. But let's talk about first, how surprised were you? As you look back now, do you see the things where people were leading you? You have to attend, you have to be there?
No, actually, I forgot it was coming up so quickly because the summer flew by this year, and as a chamber member, I could invite 4 people. And so I asked my office, I'm like, oh my gosh, I need 2 of you to come with me next week. And so I quickly got 2 volunteers.
Quickly.
And they said, oh yeah, we told you a while ago. Oh, okay, that's great. And so at our table during dinner, we were going around the room trying to guess who it was.
Really?
And I'm like, oh, there's a big table of people over there. Maybe it's someone.
You can't see anything on their faces. No. They're not. Very good.
No, I was actually kind of disappointed that my nominee didn't win.
They didn't win it?
Right.
Maybe next year.
Yeah, I'm going to try again.
I think something you should be concerned about is a staff that can pull this off.
Yes,
and be so deceptive to you, the boss, and not tell you what's going on. So complete surprise. And I'm sure the light comes on, as I remember John's up there, he starts reading some of the things.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, that's all familiar to me.
I looked at Brad and he was like, apparently he didn't know until last minute. No.
I always loved the group picture with everybody there. And we talked about that just briefly before we came on. I'm sure there's so many women in this group who've impacted your life that you can look at and said, wow, these people really deserved it, and I'm in the club now.
100%. I mean, it's obvious if you look at the pictures. Angela Kryl, she used to babysit me, so she's clearly been in my life for decades. Not to call out our ages or anything, but 4-H counselor. So clearly she's a leader, and we have to have leaders. I was terrified to start my own firm. Terrified. But people were like, oh, you can do it, it's going to be...
Mentors that you looked up to that gave you the wherewithal, thinking, I can do this.
Absolutely. And there were some that were not there, people from out of town that I went to law school with, other females that I graduated with who said, look, if we can do it, you can do it. It was, it is a lifetime of inspiration and other strong women, absolutely.
And I think of that picture, John, you were looking there, and I think of, and again, we're fortunate to be able to have them on every year here. We're able to schedule, it's been a month now, so we're able to get her on. She leads a busy life down there at the law firm, but these women we have on, I think of just a couple over the years. Kathy Bittler, who's a good friend, we have her on, but then I think of Perline, who just had a birthday recently. These are people that, John, you remember as a young person. These were people, well, not Kathy, maybe so much, but certainly Perline. She was somebody when we were very young in this business, just doing this.
If you look at this composite of 39 women, Lancaster and Fairfield County wouldn't be what it is today without those women and their influences, their activities, their hard work, not only professionally, but in the community to make it a better place to live and work. So we are very blessed in this area to have these Athena recipients.
And Jennifer, I would think that as you look back on just say the last year, the last few years, I would say that this isn't something that's very difficult for you to do, to give back to the community, because I think, as you've indicated with Angela and the ones we've mentioned with John, these are people that have been role models for you, and you've seen what they've done, and just naturally you've rolled into that. So it's a little easier, I think, with some of the younger girls, because they've got so many great women to look up to in this community.
Absolutely. And being on all the boards that I've been on, a lot of them are led by women. Sherry Orlando, United Way. We've got Ani Cordell leading the county, Dr. Brown, auditor. Watching them be strong leaders and break the mold is absolutely helpful.
And I would think your dad, John, would be very pleased with how this award's gone. He's been gone a while now, so out of these 39 years, he certainly wasn't here for all of these, but he would be very pleased to see all the women that have been named. Jennifer, the most recent one, but as you indicated, these are the kind of women that were just the kind of women you want in a community that help grow Lancaster and Fairfield County. We're very fortunate to have people like Jennifer and all the ones before her.
I'm blessed that my father had the foresight to recognize what women could contribute, not only as in the economy as buyers of goods, but what they could do professionally, and as I said, help make a community a better place to live and work. So I'm fortunate I've been able to carry on something that my father started and truly believed in.
Well,
Absolutely.
Again, to come up with Jennifer, it's not a hard call when you come up with somebody like Jennifer who's done so much in the community, done that. But I think the one job maybe I wouldn't want is to be in your position where you have to start sorting through, because there's as many as we've had, 39 wonderful women who have been recipients of that. We've got many more than that could be the recipients, and I'm sure as you looked around the room saying, gee, I wonder who will win this, all those people are there, and they could have been the winner. And will be in the future probably. So I imagine that's something your board has to sort through each and every year.
It's a challenge, but we get through it. We're not going to run out of any candidates, that's for sure.
Isn't that nice to know the people that didn't, they'll be back next year and bigger and stronger.
Yes, sir.
So now as the recipient here, and I think one right here in this building, Mary Snyder, is one that I get to see her each and every week when we come in here. Again, sort of a who's who of wonderful women in the community, so congratulations on being in that club. But do you think it adds a little bit of responsibility to you now, because you're always going to be an Athena Award winner?
Yeah, it does. It's a huge honor, but you don't want to mess it up.
Yeah, well, I think the ones that have gone before you haven't yet. I feel fairly certain about you. So again, you have your own law firm down there. So even somebody like you who obviously gives off this air of confidence, of success. You've done so well on your own. You do all the things other ladies you've talked about, but you've done it on your own. There even were moments when you started out where maybe all that wasn't there the entire time.
Well, when you're risk adverse and, I'm kind of a conservative person, there's a lot on the line if you fail. So you're always thinking, what can I do to make sure I don't fail at this? And then, the service to community is icing. It's just part of what goes with running a business in a town like this. It's, I think it's an automatic, honestly. I mean, Rotary, you have a network of people and service to community. I wouldn't imagine doing it any other way.
And you mentioned a couple of folks that you look up to. I imagine that over the years, that has sort of been your network. You probably have a personal network of people that whenever a big decision came up and something you had to decide on, maybe I'll get a second, a third, or a fourth opinion. You've got people
Absolutely.
You can go to.
Yes, absolutely. You have to. It's not a one person. You can't do it alone.
Yeah.
Everything is a teamwork, especially in a community like this. Even helping our clients, you have to lean on Meals on Wheels. You have to lean on Fairhope Hospice. I mean, you can't do it by yourself.
Well, I just want to thank the McGraw family for keeping this award alive. Oldsmobile, again, everything had a beginning and an end. I wish we had Olds back. I miss the bullets on the sides of cars, I love Oldsmobiles. How many doctors I knew had Oldsmobiles, and everyone I ever saw, I think, had them. And they were it was a great dealership, and your dad and your family were exemplary to do that. So having the McGraws and the Sitterlys here, it just makes perfect sense. So congratulations to you for winning this. It's a huge honor, but so well deserved. Thank you for everything you do in the community and will continue to do, and your husband and your family. We're just fortunate, as John has indicated, to have people in this community and no lack of great people to do this. So thank you. Thanks to the McGraws for keeping this award alive. It's just a wonderful thing. We're always honored to have both of you on the
Happy
show.
Retirement to John.
Oh, let's bring that up. Finally, your day will come, but it's going to be 50 years away. I don't want to depress you with that, but
It'll more dues there, too.
No, I just had to throw that in.
and that's a good way to go out on this. Congratulations
Thank
to you.
Thank you.
You got to keep coming back there. You can't wander away.
Don't worry about that.
John McGraw and Jennifer Sitterly, the Athena Award winner for 2025. Thanks for joining us on Fairfield Today.
Interface Video, in cooperation with Fairfield Federal, presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fairhope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Adam H., Dagger Law, and the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities.